Microphone signals received. Transmission to elevator pending. Ah, there it is. It's this super isolated weird little bit. Okay. So hopefully it works now? This is one of the most forgettable locations in the entire game. It's kind of a memorable portal. But it is just like a portal just to this one tower. And I've been here multiple times trying to get this to work. But it's this fucker. At the top of the stairs at the beginning of the game. Its one purpose is for you to go in that building and press the button right now. Okay. So now I think the elevator will work in the Shatari towers. I hope. Which I think are green? Did I remember correctly this time? Yep. Okay, how are we doing? I would like you to work instead of not working, please. Successful transmission from a Lavandis crystal frequency received, awaiting an activation. Is that just me pressing a button here? Ah. Hey! Are those the 3 towers that are listed up here? The power, crystal power activation source and the two clamps. So now that I've activated that, you probably go up there to activate the 2 clamps? Maybe we should go to the back one first, because that seems to be like along the back wall. I think we have 2 elevators, one that goes in the middle of this thing and one that goes along the wall. And I imagine both clamps are along the wall. Hello. Enjoy the sights of an ancient world, elevated. Hi. That's a tower that has one of the triangles on it. Is there other ones for the other triangle types around here? They might also be tied to the individual duties of the heroes. Or the rulers. Paita case access code provided by Grey Mountain Systems. What? A 5-digit code. 3 and 2. Paita case. I have the Paita case on me. Does it have... I don't know what its number is. It's just sort of like a fire next to a lens. Is there anything else I can do in here? It looks like a big room. I don't think I can walk around. So all I can do is put in this one code. If I'm right about the layout of this place, that's the 2 clamp towers. I'll look at the other one in case it has a clue, but otherwise it's probably the same password problem. Oh, camera power system. To case access code. Was there a locked camera power system thing above the other one and I just didn't notice it? These rooms look the same. And then this is the third tower where the signals go. Neyyah elevator inactive. Connection. Ocean portal is running at full speed. Access to Naelda Point A destination currently closed. It's working! It's working! Access to Naelda Point A destination is now open. Okay. So I have access to this. This looks like a lever or something, but I can't touch it. There's such big rooms where you can't walk around even. It's surprising. See, the other one said it was the camera tower. Oh, I can open this one. What the fuck? Do I put that in there? So I wasn't wrong. The other ones, this one did not have a panel with words on it. It just had this picture. And it opens. What's left in my inventory? The dome key, various spores, shielded paella. It doesn't give me a prompt to use an item. So what does an opening do? Guess we'll see if this one works. Yep, it works. Because I do not know how to get that password. I do need to review what the password is that's a combination of like special types of characters. Just so I can verify which system that particular one is. That sentence was a weird autopilot mess. Don't think about that one too much. What was I just saying? Let's see. Save. There we go, no, I'm not multitasking. There was a password that's going to be some combination of different languages and numbering systems, and we haven't done it yet, I'm pretty sure. And I need to review that where in the journal that was mentioned, because about now it's probably coming up, it's coming sooner, or it might have even been what that password was. But I need to be more ready for that now. Oh, that's the Naelda activation console. I keep being told that this isn't ready yet. Can I finally open it? This is locked. I don't think my current keys count towards opening it. So we definitely have seen panels that were red because of this guy. Now the positions: point A, Neyyah zone, point B, heater zone. That's what we want. Yeah, we want to take it there. So we're trying to take this to the heater zone. The Naelda. We want to lower this down so it can do the spore delivery stuff. Neyyah spores. The Neyyah plant grows spores, which have become a crucial component in the growth and protection of our community. They are grown here at the Neyyah zone before being collected at the Neyyah heater chamber, which has replaced the old heater still present in the Neyyah zone. The Naelda, which cradles the Neyyah plant, provides nutrients, enabling the most efficient spore growth. On Neyyah Site 28, spores are collected at the Neyyah heater chamber and sent to the spore docks when a spore pump delivery portal system is constructed, ready to send spores to Olujay. While the Shruyuki portal technology is still in use for the chute system set up at the Neyyah heater chamber, an old railcar system once used for delivery of paellas is in the process of being closed down permanently, along with the Shruyuki portal that the cart still runs through. Okay, but how do I get the Naelda console open? Yeah, that's the whole plant up there. That thing's huge. That's where all the spores are. Okay, so this elevator takes me here, which will matter, but I seemingly need a new key. So when should I expect to find a new key then? Huh. I should maybe be reviewing what the dome key is for. I'm kind of surprised I haven't, like, used up the dome key by now. In the dome zone? I wonder if it's possible to spend the dome key? There's another key I used permanently. But maybe this is one that has tons of uses, because the spare key has multiple uses. It does make me wonder if the spare key goes away when you find the last place it can be used, or if it stays in your inventory for the entire game no matter what. Because that's potentially what you would do with a reusable key to avoid any weird bugs. So we need to find the key. Not you. Let's see here. Vamir instructed me to go to the Spore docks to replace the safe there, holding the Neyyah activation key. Upon traversal through the Pelorian portal, the safe unlocked. That's the Neyyah activation key. Pelorian portals. There's no Pelorian zone. This was a place where I sent a cart away. I wonder if it came back. That's worth investigating. I thought I activated this already. Okay. Oh, that's off right now. I think it's through there. Okay, so around here, where we saw the first binocular, you can kind of navigate via the fast thing in a decent way. You just have to be ready to click several steps ahead, because it will skip surprising distances. Yeah, I was curious about whether or not the cart here came back. Because maybe part of the puzzle was that I needed to send the cart away in the first place. There we go. Yep, the box is here. And it came, yep. And it came unlocked like they mentioned. And that's the Naelda key. Okay, there we go. So the answer was, funnily enough, in the same journal entry that I had just read that led me on the tangent to look for the Naelda key elsewhere. It did come with a useful hint about where I was missing it. Still, this isn't how I got here. the faster travel is messing with me now. Did I just go in the same place twice? Am I lost? Came from here, right? That is a third different... Okay, there are 3 different portals right there. I was starting to feel like I lost my mind. I'm like, wait. I thought there was only like 2 options here, and neither of them are the ones I was thinking of. Man, the faster travel skips that entire cave. Just skip back right back to the end. Sometimes this really comes in handy for skipping a bunch of scene transitions, and sometimes you're like, how did I get here? Whoa, okay, yeah. It's because you can click on really distant locations when you kind of get used to the idea of clicking on parts of the screen like zones in order to use them like buttons to control your screen. So you get used to the idea of like, oh yeah, click forward to go forward and left and right to rotate. But when you're in faster travel mode, you can sometimes skip huge distances by clicking on like a distant target. Like that one, maybe? Yeah, you can literally go straight to the portal. That's wild. Okay, so... Right, we're going here. I just got this key, so this is the correct elevator. I believe this is one of the rare cases of an unskippable cutscene, is this particular elevator. Alright, let's chill out and go back to walking normally again. There we go. Uh-oh. Is it literally just this? Up, left, full, right? No. It's not that easy. Does this guy thing continue to say it step by step? Norva plant, side effects. Then he starts hiding his memories. Don't think this journal tells me what I need. Then he starts having his whole revelations and everything. The Neyyah Hater Chamber. A lot of levels of security when you need to activate the elevator, and then you need to get the key to open the cabinet, but then all the cabinet does is open you up to a computer that requires a password anyway. Just imagining the level of like obsessive technology, of obsessive security that'd be involved in me having an entire locked cabinet around my computer that already has a password anyway. Is this it? Full left upright? Full left upright. Full left upright. Nope. So this says Naelda activation console powered. I guess they mean that this console here has power at all. But not necessarily that's activated or working yet. Symbol code activation board activated. Oh yeah, I talked about this, like 1, 2, 3, 4 maybe. So full up, left, right. There it is. Yeah, it's the dots I talked about, seemingly being a number sequence. Naelda activated. Further operations of Naelda are available on Naelda Platinum System number 2. Location of Naelda Platinum System number 2 classified. Great. So all that, and it's not done yet. The console's activated. More data available on Naelda Platinum System number 1. So Platinum this isn't number 1 either? This is number 1. So they must mean in this computer has more information at that point. Okay. Oof, where is Naelda Platinum System number 2? Okay. So the Naelda Platinum Systems are not mentioned on the map. This requires either finding a new thing or a very specific memory of the individual names of consoles that I've been to that are otherwise identical. Well, when in doubt, you go through the journals again. Or you go back to the tower that has all the computers in it and see if it has any new information there. Cross a lot of the stuff out. Activate the camera signals at Skarliti towers, but this will enable access to code systems at the transportation towers of Neyyah. Locate the electromagnetic charge for the sensors inside heater chamber and the Ashka portals. That one puzzles me a bit, is that there's just apparently some charge in the portal system, or at the heating pools, which is like the hub location connecting everything. I haven't looked at this computer for a while, actually. What's the deal with this computer? The plasma shield is active. That's it. Yeah, I think that's it. We just have to press this button at one point to activate the shield, which I think is just around that outer bubble. How do I tell if it's on or off at any given time? Just kind of hope for the best. Okay. The hunt begins for Naelda Platinum Site number 2. The Naelda Platinum system is the perfect cradle and elevation machine for any type of size of Nyashka plant. This machine comes with reinforced Nachilia metal and Pelorian plasma tubes, sustaining large distances between any ocean portal it may be required to travel through in order to grow and deliver spore production. It will rest at a more elevated position above heater systems, more so than any of the previous models, generating much more successful spore harvest once the Naelda is fueled via an activation cabinet. And a 2-part symbol is successfully transferred to Naelda Platinum System Number 2. The Naelda will take less than a minute to reach Point B destination. The fuel for the activation cabinet system is required to be powered with a remote location to the A remote location to the Naelda itself. That's strangely phrased. I feel like it should be saying it is required to be powered from a location remote to the Naelda itself. You switch those 2 words and it has way more of a clearer meaning, because I believe that's what they mean, right? Yeah. The key, safe box, and activation cabinet for fueling the Naelda will be provided to you a couple of days before the main machine is shipped. We found the safe box and key, but we don't have the codes at the other towers. I think this is just the wrong system for what I'm looking at right now. I am not ready to unpack the binoculars still. Let's see. I should review this stuff in case it might make it clear at all. The diverter tower on arrival sector continues to provide a strong signal, enabling a successful transmission of symbols to the binoculars located at the Naelda Platinum System Number 2. The Lopolite shield is now nothing but a ruin, looming above the diverter tower like a corpse. Those binoculars stationed at the watchtowers nearby serve no purpose anymore. While this continues to provide a steady source of power for the Naelda, I do believe it would be wise to consider constructing a brand new system, one which doesn't require old facility and technology. This is just, oh, it's small, it's that note, right? Did always appreciate the understanding and cooperation back when I decided to lay down the plans to construct the ocean portal, but after what they did to us, Vamir. Anyway, make sure the transmission from arrival sector to HQ lab sector at the diverter tower remains strong for the Naelda operations to be performed successfully. The Ashka depends on it. It still trips me up that like the binoculars are being used for long-term data transmission as opposed to a thing you look through as a person because you want to look at something. From arrival sector to HQ lab sector, is that telling me where to proceed with that storyline? Storyline's not really the right thing to call it. Symbol required, symbol required, symbol required. I'm not sure if I understand the binocular system. This one requires 2, this one requires 1. This will be activated. This is referring to 2 different locations. Because I believe we know that... yeah, these guys. So it's not in the arrival sector, it is in the HQ lab sector. And those are the 2 places listed here, right? Yes. So that's what this means. It's currently diverted to HQ lab and not arrival, which is that one lever in that one complicated-ish environment that has the... where I got the key recently, where I sent the cart. I sent it away from there, then back to it. That's where the diverter tower itself is, and it determines that there's power for binoculars between these 2 places, I guess? It's still... it's challenging to see the shape of the binocular puzzle, but that's not the one I'm working on right now. So we've been working on the... it's the case password? Do I have pictures of that? I didn't take pictures. Took pictures of all these. So it's like a 5-digit thing though, right? Like that's the thing, is that we've had 4-digit codes so far. So this one stands out as being totally different, and I need to figure out what that one's shaped like now. Symbol access code. But like, what is this? Binocular active, but I need the access code. Platinum system number 2. Where is that computer? Yeah, this is the system number 2 that I'm trying to access, right? It's where I found this. The old factory guard tower? Is that where the computer was also? So once again, the binocular system, though. We'll think about that a bit more later, but that might be helpful. I don't need clarifications on how to drain the tank. I learned how to pee when I was... No, that's a stupid joke. Speakers. My extremely selective screenshots amongst a million documents in this game. There are so many documents. A lot of symbols I don't get. These are all the portal system, but it seems like despite being handed that portal device immediately, like it's going to be like the key item you use all game, it's kind of not been a thing I used at all. That's a 5-digit number. They called it the Paida safe. No. I'm trying to make it fit this acronym, but that's not what it was. It was the Paida case code, right? Because I have a Paida case. And they called the 5-digit numbers a Paida case code. These are 4 5-digit numbers that I haven't used yet, though. What were they called again? The PSF. Paida something. PSF system. PSF reader system. Paida energies. Please understand that we're also aware of Paida energies decreasing after transit to various Neyyah systems. Grey Mountain systems. This is at least the same people. Okay, I'm gonna check that out, because if nothing else, the people here have proven to be really bad at cybersecurity. Or any level of security. They do have a billion locks and keys that convolute everything in a way that seems to make... It probably makes their life hard to live. That so much stuff is locked all the time. But they do seem really bad at actually having good passwords. Because I previously was able to get through their locked doors by resetting them via the serial number that is just what they came with. Which is embarrassing. That's... the other place. You? Red door. Where am I trying to go? Not here, but closer to there. Green door, right? Yeah, trying to go upstairs here. Okay. I have to see if I can make sense of this. Because it is a Paida number, and it's the same company. I think this is the wrong place. Naelda activation console. This is... What was the deal with this one again? Yeah, we need to find system number 2, which I believe is the old guard tower. Which is a secret location, but I've been there before. Look up. At a funny lens. Dragon, yarger, roar. Okay. let's get our butts out of here. Okay. Nope. And go over there. Nope. Over there. Oh, I have to press this button. I can do this. I beat Uru. You're not gonna stop me. That game was convoluted as all hell. That game had such rough onboarding that I spent the first hours of the game exploring all of the DLC areas because I didn't know which ones were which. And so I literally couldn't even find an actionable puzzle for like hours. That was extremely disorienting. Not the worst environment to just kind of vibe around and explore, but a really rough game to try to do a let's play of when you're like, I don't know what this game's even shaped like, and it's a live service MMO thing where a lot of the story is expired and gone. I'm playing the single player version of it where some of the content's here, but some of it's not. And just a strange experience. So it does have a green guy on it, so that's good. That's a good sign, because these are color coded. The measurements of 4 different things. Paida case access code. This does seem like really bad security if this is it, because why would that be your password? Because it's not called like, okay, yeah it is, okay. Because it doesn't say calibrator. It's not like, oh, you gotta calibrate the mission, like that would almost make more sense, right? Like if it was like, oh, you gotta calibrate it based on the Paida ratings so that it like, it knows what it's getting and it doesn't like freak out and miscalibrate and break something. Like if it was like that makes an intuitive sense. But oh, I've got to put in the calibration number so it doesn't die. But it's called an access code, implying it's like a password. Why would you make that your password? That's a weird thing to do. Does this do it? Don't know what's up with this screen. It's always black. It might be turned on when I do this. Oh. Oh! Hello. So the code, I get to put them in at this point. Oh, we're gonna be Paida list soon. That'll be surreal. Oh, this is the torch thing. Yeah. And now this opens. Okay. Can I interact with this side? Nope. I think that's it for now. Okay. Heater servers active. Current activation. Walkway light system. Crystal poles. What am I looking at? Connection. This device sends live data to the heater server camera system located on the camera sector. Those are crystal poles? And then, is this the walkway light, or? I take it that I just turned on the crystal poles because that is literally a crystal on a pole right there. And that does something. Tied to that particular machine. Hammer power system. You don't open yet. Are you one of the passwords? Yeah, this one's red. Which makes sense because my only remaining Paida is red. 58434. There she blows. Let's see here. Yep, and just goes right in. Did not realize these were going to be hinged screens. Okay, so that's just empty now. That's surreal. And I also got rid of the other one. So we have a shielded Paida, and that's it. Status, cameras installed, crane cameras 10, crystal block mech cameras 2, cameras active 0, cameras inactive 12, access to camera views available via the Banox computer system at Lab HQ sector. I think that's just where I was a second ago. It has a dedicated camera screen. There's the crane cameras, and this will be the crystal block mech cameras. So that's the two cameras pointing at those two crystal things that I did, where they needed to be specific heights. Okay. Now the cameras are powered on. Every paita is out of my inventory. Is our other boy ready to go? Or whatever was going... What was going on here? Elevator sector. Press to deactivate. Elevator active. And you can deactivate it. And activate it. I think I already did that anyway. Access to Naelda point A. Destination is now open. This is me having to figure out the Neyyah point 2 mess. Platinum point 2. Similar words point 2. It's actually helpful to have the word platinum in there because, like, well, that's unique to the setting at least. I mean, not this world. I mean, like, it's unique to. It's unique from the Naelda, Neyyah derivative terms of each other thing. Like, it's a little soupy. So that's good. I guess I'll go right back to where I just was to go check out the cameras. And then I need to remember where even was the guard tower, which I've been to. So not red. Red is the big main hub, is the way I think of it. Wow, you can really skip across this whole place. That is definitely, yeah. If you're slow and deliberate, this mode makes a lot of sense. You just have to be aware of the fact that you can skip to the farthest possible distances sometimes. Like, I think I can skip all the way to this door? Yeah. I have to go back to the idea that I'm clicking, like I'm clicking on desktop icons as opposed to clicking as like a gesture control system. The Bannock's computer system, yep. So if this menu will finally do something. There's 2 missing camera signals. And lots of information. Neyyah Site 28 is fitted with cameras to offer security to certain important areas of the site. While they were originally used to monitor from a remote location such as Lab HQ, they are also integrated into activating and locking machinery vital to operations on Neyyah Site 28. Click on one of the cameras to view its current status. This is the elevator sector. What am I looking at? The crane camera in the elevator sector. You kind of have to like be actively aware of what it's already looking at because you can't see surroundings very well. Oh, it's just pointing directly at symbols in some of these cases. Yeah, where are these cameras? Lab HQ sector. So this is here. It's a camera nearby. It's just pointing at this symbol. And that was missing. How effective are these as cameras? I guess they seemingly use tools just very strangely. Maybe because the guy I'm working for has done that specifically. I imagine at some point the cameras were used to observe things, but it does seem like they're specifically used to directly serve other purposes. So he's either powering stuff and activating stuff primarily and not really using them at all to observe things, or it's meant to communicate a password to me on some level. I'm gonna want to take a screenshot for that at least. What throws me off is that they seemingly were indicating that the description I just read gave me the impression you could control things via the cameras. So I thought that I'd have controls here for each of these sites. There's the pools. The spore collection pools. So these must be symbols that are on the rim of each of the teleporters, yeah. Which are probably the same symbols that I already have correlating with each of them from the other screen. Camera in use, crane camera at arrival sector. Which... block mech at arrival sector. Yeah, that's the one at the beginning. That's the one I recently discovered. Where is this? I think this is the catwalk to the teleporter for leaving the arrival sector. Attention required. Crane camera detected, loading error, unable to detect camera visual input. The alternative camera system has been set up to receive a classified camera view. An alternative camera system has been set up to receive a classified camera view. I'm just not sure what these cameras are accomplishing exactly right now. Attention required, and it's that nothing's actionable. At least not right now. So they all look like that. Have I seen those cameras around? I should be able to see them just pointing at each of these, apparently. At each of the teleporters outside. Huh. Where is this one supposed to be? Lab HQ sector, elevator sector, camera sector. Let's see, elevator sector, crane, sorry, camera sector, lab HQ sector. Trying to think of where those are laid out in the overall map. And where are they all meant to be pointed? Yeah. Okay, so elevator sector, lab HQ sector, camera sector, arrival sector. So they're pointing at these three symbols, but there's not one pointing at the arrival sector symbol that matches with these ones. Where is this one even supposed to be? Location classified. A little unhelpful. I'm not entirely sure what my goal is here, but these are three symbols that set a trend, and with one of them missing, so it might be worth investigating what's up with the last one, if I can figure out where the other three are and correlate that. These should just be the four symbols of the four colored portals, so I don't know what the value is of pointing cameras at all of them. Like, that's the elevator sector, arrival sector, yeah, the red one. HQ lab sector, that's where I am right now, the mines. Right? And the camera sector. So the camera sector is... I can never remember what these places are called. Yeah, I keep blanking what the color correlations are. But this is the arrival sector, and that's the easy one. That's the Facilitian Island. That's not what that's called, is it? Or maybe it is. Filitsu Island. It is an F word. So not sure what to do with this one. And I just went through all that to set that up. Did I actually make it possible to do the Neyyah situation? Foreign objects detected in the pool of Neyyah heater chamber, something to identify unsuccessful. Foreign object in the heater systems. What do I do with that? Is the implication that I need to figure out how to unblock the heaters? There's so many things going on with the heaters. And I maybe need to double check the computers in the heaters, because I don't remember if there was another thing to do there. The way all these computer systems are identical in appearance and vibe, but spread out so much over the map, means I kind of just have to kind of constantly go back and forth in circles. Yeah, that's the crane camera. It's literally just a big camera that points at that symbol, which presumably never changes. So that... Is it just that the camera system somehow can control the, like, device itself? I'm really trying to pick up on the mechanics of this place, and I'm really struggling. Like, what do... It's very strange to think of things in terms of cameras and binoculars being how everything's working. This is still closed, and it doesn't make a ka-chunk noise when I click on it to imply that it's locked in a way I can interact with. It doesn't really give me feedback about how to open it, but it does have a handle, and it's the only thing up here. Is it literally just that somebody puts it in the one... If somebody puts it in here and it comes out here? Because both sides of that device are a thing that I can't interact with. It won't let me do anything at the other one either. Like open it or anything. This is the one that I finished activating, I think. It won't let me open it, strangely. Am I missing something? That's weird. Even if I'm done with it, you think I'd be able to open it up to see all the green lights saying, "You did it!" But it straight up doesn't let me open it at all to review it. So I think I am overall done in here for now, until whatever that one teleporting system comes up. No idea about the foreign object bit. There's a lot of stuff in here to look around and try to interpret where the foreign object would be. Because these are the heaters, right? Yeah, the Neyyah heater chamber's down there. And I don't think I can even go in there to, like, look for a foreign object. There doesn't seem to be any kind of access to down there. These are the only downward ladders, and they just go outside. Because they didn't think to make the inside and outside of this building match up in height, so they had to implement ladders. Just kind of a rough situation for themselves, I feel like. And that thing doesn't really tell me if it's on or off, or if it's necessarily doing anything when I click on it. It makes a noise that's beyond just being a switch. Let's see. So these are the huge crane things. No, let me look around. Red. So there should be a crane. Yep. So that's one of the crane cameras. There's one of these in each world past the portal, looking at a symbol. The question is, I guess, where are the other symbols? Because these are obvious. They're on the portals. But where are these? Just kind of pucks that have these 4 symbols on them. One of them's in this zone. But I've not... These are like... I found these extremely extremely missable. So I don't know if I'd be able to find it just by running around and searching right now. Well, at least we accomplished what I had been setting out for at the time. Hello. What's down there? It's flashing something, but I can't click on it. Do they all have something flashing down there that I can't click on? That's weird. I don't know what to make of that. Alright, well, I'm going to take a break.